Hi all, this is Omeyer from Iovox. Today I'll be demoing our latest APS2 package on the parallel sandbox test environment. But quickly I'd like to introduce our business before we move into the actual demo of the platform. On this slide you can see what Iovox can do for service providers and how this ultimately benefits the SMB. But in a few words really, Iovox is a simple call tracking and analytics tool which is focused on SMBs. It's available in easy-to-activate bundles which include trackable numbers and minute credits. Iovox proves the return on investment of SMB marketing spend and enhances SMB productivity. So I'm going to spare you the details of how an end user could go through activation. It's really simple and quick through the service providers panel, online and so on. And just start by quickly describing the different bundles that we have available for Iovox. So you have bundles that include the exact same set of functionality that I'll describe later on when I'm demoing the platform. The only way they differ is from the number of phone numbers, trackable phone numbers available in the bundles, from 3, 5, 10 to 20, and the number of minutes available in each bundle. We've got a few recommended retail prices down there. The same applies to euros and pounds. Now we're going to go straight into the actual demo of the platform. What you see right here is what the SMB sees when he logs into the service provider's website. The first thing he's going to have to do is to set up his contact details. Now, these contact details are actually inherited from the service provider when they've previously signed up to their website. First of all, I'd like to show you the very simple 3-tab structure right there with the contacts, ad campaign, and call statistics page. Now let's go right into this primary contact, which is Alex Demo. Again, all details are inherited. We just need to double check the phone number in there by having a look at the number of digits and the area code at the beginning to make sure that we can forward calls to this phone number and that the product actually works. As you can see, there's also a secondary contact there that was previously set up, which is Dave example, which will enable all missed calls to ring on Dave's phone. Now these are 3 of the campaigns that were previously set up by this customer. You can see the trackable phone numbers right here for his ad in the yellow pages, Facebook, and for his website. Now we're going to go ahead and create a new campaign so I can show you how numbers are provisioned, and we're just going to make one for his AdWords campaign. He's going to purchase a trackable number for AdWords. Now this little piece of functionality right here is text-to-speech, which will basically enable the customer to have a little message displayed on the phone before he connects to the caller. And this functionality is really about providing context about the phone call, the incoming phone call, before the call is connected. So the little message we'd like to play on the phone before we speak to anyone is going to be, "This is a business call from your AdWords campaign." Now the next thing I need to do is to select the destination number for these calls. I'm going to select the secondary contact to divert missed calls to, and finally I'm going to select my local trackable phone number, and let's make it for London. There we go. If I click save here, my number is live. I can then display it on my AdWords campaign and start tracking calls. Now I'd like to tell you about 2 very interesting pieces of functionality right there, which are the missed call email alerts and the voicemail alerts by email. The missed call email alerts enables you to get a notification by email every time you miss a phone call with the caller's phone number, the date and time of the call, and the channel that they tried to call you through. The second piece of functionality is the voicemail email alerts, which enables you to get all your voicemails directly into your inbox in MP3 format, so you can play them straight from your inbox and you can call back the customer because again you've got the caller's details, their phone number, the date, time of the call, and the channel they tried to call you through. Let's save this campaign and then we'll go straight into the call analytics. There we are. I've got 4 trackable phone numbers, local phone numbers for London, 1 for my AdWords campaign, 1 for my ad in the Yellow Pages, 1 for Facebook, and 1 for my website. Now all calls will be forwarded to this primary contact, Alex Demo, and email notifications will be sent to this email address mentioned here. Let's go straight to the call statistics now. There we are. So let's just assume that this small plumbing business has been tracking calls for a few weeks now, and we're going to have a look at the data. Now the default date range that's selected on the platform when you log in is going to be the past week. I know that there's data on this account from the 7th till the 14th of November, so I'm going to select this date range, and you can see up there your credit balance along with the number of trackable numbers in use. So you remember we set up 4 campaigns, we've got 1 number remaining. Now up there you've got the higher level stats with the total number of phone calls and the number of unique callers. The number of unique callers is much like you would measure unique visitors on the web. We can measure the number of unique callers even if they called back several times based on the digits in their phone number. We get this information. Now here you've got the breakdown of the call results with answered, busy and missed phone calls. You've got this little pie chart down there which will help you visualize this, along with a breakdown of the total calls and the call results per day on the date range selected. Now this little graph right here is very interesting because it will enable the SMB to actually measure and compare the effectiveness of their marketing campaigns and determine whether or not their marketing spend has been allocated properly. Now the cool little piece of functionality here is that I can actually show and hide the different graphs by clicking right there. There we go. I can have a look at this AdWords campaign. I just purchased the number for that one straight away, so there's no data. I can compare it to my other campaigns on the 3 other channels. Now finally we've got this little view here with the summary for each campaign with the total number of phone calls, the call results and its breakdown, the top caller's location. Again, this is based on the digits in the caller's phone number, so the area code. We've got the talk time, which is a good indication as to the quality of the leads provided by each of these campaigns, and the number of unique callers. Now, this data is also available in tabular view by clicking up there. And right now I'd like to show you 2 very simple case studies. I know this data quite well, so I'm going to go straight to the point. We've got 100% of answered calls on November 11th, which I can tell you is very unusual, pretty much unheard of. And right there, a total number of missed calls that is quite unusual compared to the other days for the 12th of November. So I'm going to go to the 11th November, have a look at the data in there, and I have a nice little breakdown per hour with the call results, and as you can tell, all calls have been answered in the afternoon, which is again very unusual and which suggests that someone probably activated an answering machine and wasn't actually picking up the phone call. So these would be missed opportunities. And oh yeah, I can confirm that these were voicemails because of the talk time, which is very short. So these would be missed opportunities if I hadn't activated the voicemail by email functionality, where I get the voicemail in MP3 format along with the caller's details, and I can call him right back. Now let's go to the second case, which was on the 12th of November. There's an unusual amount of unanswered calls. There you go, there's lots of missed phone calls, 7 of them actually, at 5 in the evening, which probably suggests that either I shut down shop too early, or one of my employees who was supposed to man the phone went home too early. Now, again, these would be missed opportunities if I hadn't activated the missed call email alerts, which enable me to call back these customers first thing in the morning and make sure that I don't miss the sale. And this here, last but not least, is the weekly email summary that we send to the customer, to the SMB. So you'll have very simply the top performing campaign over the past week, which is the Facebook campaign, along with a few trends and the total number of phone calls. Now bear in mind that this is white labeled, right? So you don't have to worry about the skin. You can modify it, make it look like the service provider's colors. And finally, you've got the breakdown of the call results: answered, busy, missed again. And here is this little button that will enable you to redirect the SMB to the URL of your choice. So we would suggest redirecting the SMB to your storefront so they can buy more products and services. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with Peadar either by email or give him a call. Thanks a lot. Bye.